All right, welcome to day 3 of Coach Basics. We are in our launch phase, and today we are talking about sharing your story. This is a really key piece of coaching because you're going to share your story over and over and over again. This is what you'll tell people when they ask you what you're doing. This is what you'll share with people if they need to know how you've been affected by it. This is what you'll be sharing on social media. Now, it's also important to note that you don't have to share all aspects of your story all at the same time. But your story should contain some basic components, and it will likely evolve a little bit with time the longer that you're in this. But essentially, as you're building your story, you want to describe who you were before Beachbody or what your situation was before Beachbody. You want to explain how Beachbody solved a problem for you, what you've gained since then, and how you got involved basically. And you want to paint a picture of what life is like now and how you've been impacted by it. What's changed for you? What are you appreciating about your life or your body or your situation that you didn't have before? So your story basically has those 3 main components. Before I was, this is what I did, now I am. And you can share bits and pieces of your story throughout your social media. You can share it whenever it's applicable. So for a quick example, my story basically consists of the fact that I had gotten really lazy with my fitness and nutrition. I had gotten also really sick. I had come off of a 2-week illness, which that hardly ever happens for me, but because I got lazy with it, I got really sick. And I never made time for breakfast. And I just really was taking care of everybody else but myself. So when I was presented with the opportunity to get started with Beachbody and join a challenge group, I figured, well, I can't skimp out on a 25-minute-a-day workout. Shakeology will solve my breakfast problem. And then being in a supportive community can't be bad, right? And so I jumped in, and then I just started kind of sharing my story naturally on social media, and people started asking what I was doing, and it made sense to become a coach. And I really loved helping other people on the same journey I had just gone through. And I really needed a financial fix too. I was in a tough spot. Financially, I wouldn't call myself very stable up until the last couple years. And I needed a solution for that as well. So coaching really fit that. So Beachbody fit all these different aspects of my life that had little gaps. I needed a consistent workout routine. I needed good nutrition. That was the other thing, is I had been working out before, and I never paid attention to my nutrition before this. I just ate whatever I wanted, and that was sort of my excuse. I work out so I can eat what I want. And I needed to change something if I wanted to change my body. And so it fit all these little puzzle pieces of my life, and I fell in love with it. And I've had this amazing experience. And so now when people ask me about it, or when I'm connecting with people about it, all it comes down to is sharing aspects of my story that relate to other people. And so that's just a quick snippet of what my story looks like or sounds like. And you guys have probably heard it because you've talked with me before. But telling your story doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be lengthy. You can cut it down to bits and pieces that are applicable to whatever situation you're in. But it's important to start piecing your story together. So that's what I want to encourage you to do today. There's a couple resources available for you below on telling your story effectively. I want you to check those out. And your assignment for today is to share an aspect of your story on social media. Paint a picture of what things were like before, how you made the change, and what things are like now in at least one area of your health and fitness journey. Tag me or your coach in that post so that we can rally alongside you and support you in that. And then also share with us below, your workout for today and your Shakeology, because we want to continue the accountability with keeping those up as well.